Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting stuff to go and cover that we finally now have some pretty much confirmed now target movement when it comes to stock and stock arrivals. I actually did go have some of my contacts go and reach out to me and go give me some information, so it does kind of bump up the likelihood, especially throughout these next few days. So I'm gonna give you guys like the really kind of quick brunt information of when to expect, what time to be on the lookout for, what days to be on the lookout for too as well, stock numbers we're seeing, and all that other type of stuff too floating around. And as well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, linked down below if you guys want to follow up on any of that. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $1, get a bunch of free stock and free money, and with that Coinbase too as well. And let's go and dive on the video itself. So, as you guys probably may have heard, we've actually been seeing and watching Target up here these past few days pretty heavily. So just want to give you guys some updates on this, etc, etc. So the really kind of quick, just quick to the point, we do actually now have confirmed more stock that has confirmed arrived physically in the stores themselves, also in the back of the stores themselves. These are from both my Vegas contacts as well as New York contacts. Both of those Target stores and locations do have stock on hand as of right now. Now, when does that mean the next drop's going to happen? It could be at any point. We're not necessarily Target itself, even Target employees, even a lot of managers do not know exactly when the next drop will happen to the T. Although we do know, based on all the prior trends, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are usually the big focal points we want to be on the lookout for. So I just want to let you guys know we can't give you guys a 100% guarantee that it'll be a Wednesday or a Thursday or Friday. If you guys hear anyone who has a 100% guarantee, I'd probably say take it with a grain of salt, but usually we can kind of see on like what is likely and what is not likely. So first and foremost, as we mentioned, we have stock on hand. Second of all, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays are the usual drop dates. Time-wise, it usually is 6 a.m. Central Time to 7 a.m. Central Time, and usually there's a website update right before them, and after you guys do that, then you can usually go and tell if the drop's going to happen or not. So that's kind of like just the really quick. I'm going to kind of give you guys more of the ramble, more information, more speculation, etc. But then you guys all know it's looking good. There is a chance for Wednesday, and there is a small chance for, or I guess pretty more so big chance, not small chance, but there's a big chance between Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday having stock. So I'd probably say this week looks like it's pretty much almost confirmed. There's always that small window where there is like, obviously a chance where it may or may not happen, blah, blah, blah. But then you guys know, based on stock, based on likelihood, based on how long it's been since the last restock, based on how small the last restock was, and based on the usual trends, everything is looking likely, at least throughout these next few days. Now, just keep that in mind. So let's go do into more of the ramble mode. I kind of want to do like a little bit of like a too long, don't want to listen to like, the crazy rambles or stock numbers or all that type of stuff. So let's go and do that as of right now. So as I mentioned, hi. When it comes to Target itself, Target, as we mentioned before, their last drop was a very small drop, around like a week ago or so-ish. It was like a console drop from like 2 to 8 consoles. Very small, very unexpected, wasn't the biggest drop. I myself really wasn't expecting it overall. Okay, you know how you have those awkward moments where you have to sneeze and then you don't sneeze and now you just now you look like an idiot in front of a YouTube video? Anyway, so basically for that one, when it comes to Target itself, Target, we did go and see a small drop. And then we were kind of in the weird drop because there was like a week and a half or so where we're watching stock and there was some stock movement, nothing super crazy, blah, 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 blah. So even as of last Friday, we've got our homies even up for Jake saying that there was even stock arrivals for it from stores having stock from anything from like the 4 to 5 to 6 range. But some of them are also really big. I'm talking like 22 on hand, 54 on hand, like 20 on hand, etc, etc. So this is why we were kind of somewhat maybe anticipating up a drop on Friday. It wasn't confirmed. It was a little bit likely. There was a chance enough that I was like, it's probably worth at least waking up for just to go and see. And now we're kind of in the part 2 of this week, which is now as of now. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, Vegas as well as also my New York contact. Our Vegas store contact has 17 PlayStation 5 disc editions that have arrived. They are physically in the store itself, they're physically in the back room of the store, and that usually means that whenever we see all these other locations getting and receiving stock, that does mean a drop is very likely. Same thing too as well with the New York store. Our New York contact actually has one of the bigger stocks we've seen for a while at 29 for their store. Now I do want to remind you guys that these stores' stock numbers are always various. It usually is just dependent on like how much stock, like how much usual traffic, how big the population is all around, how the general areas are, all that type of stuff put together. Like it just kind of depends on the area, it just really depends. So When it comes to that stuff, usually when there is stock in the hand, and there's also more so when it's in stock nationwide, that does bump up the likelihood of most restocks because it usually is a nationwide online order in-store pickup for your local area. So what that means is, it means that almost pretty much every store, although the stock numbers are always various, whenever stores mostly all have and receive stock, that's usually a pretty good sign, and that usually means that means there's going to be a drop coming very, very soon, which is why I'd maybe be on the lookout for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have also been seeing, this is just me kind of just saying random stuff, there's not too much merit to this, but we have also been seeing a lot of more of the Friday end, like more of the tail end week drops. So I'd almost want to say I'd almost maybe be expecting up a Friday drop on this. But as I mentioned, we've seen Wednesday drops before. We've seen Thursday drops before. Wednesday also has a somewhat nice likelihood, aka tomorrow, because since stores already have stock on hand, unless there's a few more stores, like think like in Alaska or like a Denver or something like that, where they maybe just might not have stores on stock, like no stock on hand already, and they may have to wait for them still to go and arrive. But at least as the time of night this second, it does seem like all these locations do have stock on hand. So I'm just letting you guys all know. Stock is looking good. Stock has been moving, etc., etc. So that's what I'm kind of giving you guys a little bit of the ramble for. PS5 digital stock numbers are looking very, very low as per usual. I would always recommend just go for more of the PlayStation 5 Disc Edition, pay the extra slightly bit of more money. Stores on hand if they have over 10 plus consoles. You still have to compete with bots and other scalpers, so usually recommend that a little bit more. PS5 digital stock, as per usual for Target drops, very, very low. Some stores will not even drop with that, and so it kind of just depends on the local area, depends on your local store. Xbox Series X's are the same way. Sometimes they do have very small batches of like 2 to 10, depending on the store rivals, although once again, I think the biggest focus for most of you guys, as well as just for everyone trying to get their consoles, are the PlayStation 5 Disc Edition. So, good stuff with that. So, stock arrivals confirmed by my employee contacts. Stock arrivals confirmed in the back. It also means we've also seen other restock trackers, as we mentioned, showcasing up and highlighting up other restock numbers, which is very, very nice to go and see, which is usually a good sign. That means there's going to be another drop. If like stock's moving, that means that Target's prepping for stuff. Target doesn't like to go sit on stock for like 2 weeks for no reason. So, as well as we mentioned, the drop times we'll be watching potentially for tomorrow. We don't know exactly when. That's always just the true honesty. We just know by trends from the past like 18 months. Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, all likely. If there's anything else that kind of pops on off, we'll let you guys know, but I probably would be anticipating a drop throughout the rest of this week. If we see more information, we'll let you guys go and know. As per usual, as I mentioned before, it usually is a website update. So you usually have a chance to go and see where like they add the listing back, because sometimes they'll have the listing fully there or fully active, like add to carts, stuff like that. And then basically they'll have that do that like a half hour beforehand, and I'll usually have a video upload probably around like 6:30 throughout the next few days, just on the off chance if you guys want to be on the lookout for when it comes to Target drops. So just keep that all in mind. We're watching all that stuff. We're seeing all that stuff. Usual drop times we've been seeing has been usually like either 6:30 Central Time on the dot. And I've also usually seen like drops at like 6:42, 6:45, kind of usually roughly around that time window. So usually that like 20-minute period is like the period you want to watch from like the 6:20 to like 6:50, I'd say. I know there's 30 minutes, but whatever. So that's usually, I think, the go-to time we've seen almost for every single other proper drop itself. So that's all good. Stock's all there. Pretty much potential. We might have you guys maybe more updates maybe tomorrow if you guys would like. Maybe if like there's nothing drops or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's why I would say you guys make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on. We'll probably have a video up at 6:30 just for the reminder for it. So all around looking good with that. And always the quick side reminder too, although this is looking like a pretty confirmed drop and very likely, don't forget we still have other drops going on too as well, such as for the Walmart drop. So kind of know, like if you guys just want to maybe just try Walmart Plus and sleep on in and not have to worry about for potential drops, I'd probably maybe also recommend that too as well. And on top of that too, guys, don't forget that Target does keep on doing Xbox Series X walk-ins where depending on the location, depending on the store, depending on the employees, they usually do have Xbox Series X's available literally on the shelves or in the back if you guys ask employees or if you guys keep on checking and seeing. That also might be a nicely slight little high, more amount of those, especially around like a proper drop, like an event drop. And that usually sometimes mean that there's more stock arriving and more movement kind of going from there. So all around, this is looking pretty good. Now, I don't want to say it's going to be tomorrow 100%, as I mentioned, although there is a good likelihood for it. And if I was really committed, I'd probably be waking up or setting an alarm for all those times. And especially if, like, say, you're East Coast and you're already awake, just maybe be on the lookout for it. If you guys are in California, it's hard to go and say, or like in Mountain Time Zone, because like waking up at like 3, 4, 5 in the morning is a little bit of a not fun thing to do. Just want to keep you guys in loop, though, at least for the information we have. It does seem stock is there, so everything's looking pretty good. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well. The link down below. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. Get a bunch of free stack, free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. And like I said, if you guys want to go follow up the Twitter and Twitch, we'd love to have you guys there, especially as we're playing through some Horizon and also for Elden Ring these next few days, which I'm super excited for. I appreciate you guys all so much for everything. You guys are all lovely, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow for some more good news and also more restock stuff too as well. Love you guys.